throw a curveball without hurting your arm. The curveball is one of the pitches used by skilled baseball players when throwing the ball. It involves a distinct grip and hand movement that paves the way for the ball to have forward spin. Because of aerodynamics, the ball dives in a downward direction as it gets near the plate. Because of the unnatural motion necessary to throw a curveball, it is often regarded as an advanced pitch. Because of this, a curveball comes with a high injury risk. Most of the time, the shoulder and the elbow are affected by improper throwing of a curveball. Because of this, a curveball is best thrown by an older or more experienced player who has trained properly, and has fully developed tendons and cartilages, so that unwanted injury can be prevented. Despite the importance of the curveball in baseball, one of the problems raised by pitchers is the stress it brings to the arm. Throwing a curveball brings about a large amount of torque, which can be hard to handle. Because of this, you will need to know the proper means of throwing a curveball without hurting your arm. For these instructions, we will assume that you are right-handed. Position the fingers of your right hand. Start by holding the ball similar to a two-seam fastball. Position your index finger and middle finger on top of the parallel seams on the baseball and hold the side with the thumb. Familiarize yourself with the grip. The grip increasingly puts pressure on the middle finger every time the curveball is thrown. You will have to ensure that all of the pressure is placed on the middle finger. Let the index finger remain rested on top of the ball without putting any pressure on it. With this kind of grip, the ball will roll out of the hand naturally. The spin can then come about in a natural way. Freely release the ball. There is no need for you to twist your wrist or have your arm in an awkward position when you throw the curveball. Simply release the ball in the same manner as throwing a fastball. The added pressure on one of its ball's sides will ensure that the ball's path will curve naturally across the strike zone. When you throw a curveball, be sure to visualize the ball flying within the strike zone, and curving down just at the right moment. Just like with any other types of pitch, you might find it difficult to throw the curveball during your first attempts. With perseverance, determination, the right training, and a lot of practice, you can throw the ball without hurting your arm when you get used to the correct motions of throwing a curveball. If you will be assigned a pitching position, make sure that you are properly trained for throwing different kinds of pitches. Always practice, so that you can get the hang of throwing pitches of all kinds. In case you still have difficulty, Try to adjust the strength of your throw and the position of your fingers, such that it will suit you better.